All right, welcome back to the next lesson for the relative pronouns. We'll be continuing some practice. So here we have certain sentences and we need to make one sentence out of them, like a relative sentence. Yes. So there's an example in front of us. Das ist die Schule, ich habe sie als Kind besucht. That is the school I have visited it as a child. Yes. So sie here stands for the Schule. I have visited her. As we know in German, even the things treated like person. So we kind of write sie here. Yes. Okay. So what do? We find the relating words, the Schule and sie. Yes, I visited her. I visited her as a child. So what we do now, we change this sie into a relative pronoun by finding out its case. So basically, who visits what? It's accusative. I visit her. Yeah. So we'll basically go to the sentence. Das ist die Schule. Yes. And we'll continue and we'll write das ist die Schule, comma. Then we'll search the accusative for feminine and it will be just like die. Fantastic. So, das ist die Schule, die ich als Kind besucht habe. Ja? Okay. Moving forward, ist mein ehemaliger Chef. Ich arbeitete, okay, there's a little spelling mistake. Ehemaliger Chef. Ist. Ist mein ehemaliger Chef. Ich arbeitete mit ihm für 3 Jahre. He is my former boss. I worked with him for 3 years. So again, what is the relating words here? It's ehemaliger Chef, you could say, my former boss, and ich arbeitete mit ihm, with him. Yes, these are the relating words. So we need to change mit ihm into relative pronoun. First, we need to understand its case. Mit, we already know is dative, so we know it's dative case. And ihm is, of course, masculine, so we need to find masculine dative. Let's get started. So we write here, ist mein ehemaliger Chef, comma. Now, as you remember the rule, we always carry forward the preposition, which is there in the word which we are replacing. It's mit ihm, so we'll write mit. And then instead of ihm, we'll go to dative masculine. It's dem, der, dem, denen. So we'll write dem. Mit dem ich für 3 Jahre. Okay, let's get this here. Mit dem ich für 3 Jahren, yes, Jahren arbeitete. Fantastic, yes. So ist mein ehemaliger Chef, mit dem ich für 3 Jahren arbeitete. Retired. Fantastic. Okay, moving forward, let's go on to the next one and let's make some space as we do it. So we see it on the next screen. It says, das ist die Nachbarin. Ich bin in ihre Tochter verliebt. That is the neighbor, female neighbor. I am in her daughter's love. Yes, I'm in her daughter's love. So let's find out the relating words. It's die Nachbarin and in her daughter. Yeah, in her daughter's love. So in her daughter. So we need to replace in her daughter with a relative pronoun. To do that, first we begin with the main sentence. And the main sentence is, das ist die Nachbarin. We carry forward the preposition in. Now the question is here, who is in the love of whose daughter? So whose, since we see there is a possessive pronoun, that's the cue that we are looking at, the relative pronoun genitive. So we go to genitive and we find we are replacing Nachbarin. That's the feminine noun we are relating to. So it's genitive feminine. We'll write deren and then we'll write Tochter. Very good. In deren Tochter, we'll leave the verb. We'll take everything else. Verliebt. Ich. We'll begin from the beginning. Ich. Verliebt. And then we'll end it with bin. It's a Nebensatz. Subsentence. So verb comes in the end. So das ist die Nachbarin, in deren Tochter ich missed the word verliebt. Ich verliebt bin. Fantastic. Well done. Eric ist mein alter Freund. Hat großen Ruf in der Textilienindustrie. Eric is my old friend. He has a big reputation in the textile industries. So let's find the relating words. It's mein alter Freund, and here it is er. Yes. So it's pretty straightforward. That means it's er, that means who. So it's nominative and it's masculine. Since we are relating to the friend here, of course, it's er. So we'll be writing der. So we already know the relative pronoun. Let's get started. Erik ist mein alter Freund. Yes, comma. Now, what was the relative pronoun? Yes, it was instead of er, we'll write der. Der, now we'll not write this verb. This we'll take in the end. We'll write rest of the sentence. Großen Ruf in der Textilienindustrie. Let's write that. Großen. Okay, something missing here. We went now. Großen. Good. Großen Ruf in der Textilien. Yes, Industrie. Very good. Now we'll just bring the verb we had missed that, hat, in the end. Hat. Now read it together. Eric ist mein alter Freund, der großen Ruf in der Textilienindustrie hat. Eric is my old friend who has a big reputation in the textile industry. Okay, der Hund hat ein Kind gebissen, ein Passant hat es gerettet. So the dog had bitten a child. A passerby had rescued it. Yes, so the dog had bitten a child, the passerby had rescued it. What are the relating words? It's basically ein Kind and s. Yes, so the dog had bitten a child, a passerby had rescued it. So a child and it, or ein Kind and s, are the relating words. We need to change s into a relative pronoun. So here it's basically who rescues whom. So passerby, which is called passant, rescues it being accusative, and it's being spoken for kind, which is neutrum. So accusative neutrum, you have a look. Till then I write the sentence. Der Hund hat ein Kind gebissen. Yes, what did you find out? Accusative neutrum, then the das, so we write das. Genau. Das, der Hund hat ein Kind, das, ein Passant, good, gerettet hat. Yes, perfect. The dog had bitten a child who has been rescued by whom, sorry, to be precise, the dog has bitten a child whom a passerby has rescued. Yes. Okay, well done. Now, all right. Now we'll be moving forward, and let's find out what would be the next point here. Okay, kleine Sekunde. All right. Okay, so we'll be doing the next part in the next lesson, in which we'll be picking up a little more complicated sentences and try to build them in a relative sentence. So catch me in the next lesson, and we'll be on to some advanced sentences. John Berlin signing off. Take care.